What arts and crafts should people sell in the recession of 2020? Hello, my creative clan. I want to help us all hopefully get ahead of the troubles that are likely to come. I hope you're all doing well, and there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel from the lagerlurgy we've all been suffering. It's definitely not over yet, but things are looking better. But unfortunately, one thing that all economists are pretty much agreeing on is there is some financial troubles ahead. With the majority of the world's economy kind of been shut down for a couple of months, it stands to reason there's going to be some troubling times. Whether that's a recession, a depression, or a financial crisis, it's likely in 2020 there's going to be some changes ahead. Now, I'm hearing reports from people that the boom that happened from lockdown for some shops is tailing off and people are getting back to more regular, normal spending, or even holding back slightly while they're unaware of their financial situation in the future. And the people who did the best out of the lockdown are the ones who predicted the trends beforehand, who got in there early selling their face masks and everything. So let's have a think about what is likely to be up and coming next. And I'm not talking about making bank off of a crisis, price gouging and all the other horrible things that some people do. I'm talking about continuing to be able to make your living. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but often to tell what's going to happen in the future, we can look at what happened in the past and see how that might relate to just now. And so I found some articles on what sold well in the 2009 financial crisis, and some of that seems pretty relevant, so let's dig through. So the first thing was simple cleaning products. In 2009, Arm & Hammer as a company grew. People weren't wanting to buy the expensive luxury brands to clean their house. They just wanted to clean their house. Now, as artistic people, that doesn't sound like something we can jump on, but you might be wrong if you're a bit crafty. People are also more so now looking to reuse, recycle and reduce. So what kind of things could you do there? People might be willing to spend a little bit more on reusable cleaning pads, or a little bit nicer, a bit better quality laundry bags, or even nice soaps and cleaners for gifts for friends. The second thing that makes total sense is camping gear. As lockdowns are lifted, international travel is going to be slow to lift, and also people are going to be slow to take up on it. This summer it is likely a lot more staycations and travelling within your own country. So what can we do about that? Think of the things for the more simple holidays. What are people going to be doing in their free time? Golfing, fishing, outdoor activities. So what supplies for camping can we create for people? What funny slogos can we think for their staycation? And even humorous postcards to send to friends. Get in front of this staycation trend that is bound to just be about to happen. And not only that, think of athletics and diet. I know, looking at my Facebook feed, that the majority of my friends have either put on a load of weight, sitting about eating and doing nothing, or have taken up fantastic fitness regimes and have actually lost loads of weight. So either there's people who have just started in the past few months being sporty and they're going to want to update their sporty wardrobe and the gear that goes with that, running bottles, all sorts of things, or there's people who are going to desperately want to try and get fit again. This could be a new Christmas all over again. So look at all these diet helpful things. Planners, clothing, even little certificates to support your friends, to tell them what a superstar you think they are. Affordable cars was a trend in 2009, and I remember talking to my mechanic back then. He found, to start with in the recession, there was actually a boom on people getting their cars fixed. Rather than trading in for a new car, they held onto their car for a couple of years more. So people are going to want to fix up their car, and they're also going to want to pretty up their car. So what little accessories can you think of to help out make a grotty old car look newer again? Specialist coffee was a big thing. Some little luxuries that people took for granted, like going to Starbucks every day, people cut back on. So they were looking for ways to make good coffee at home or in the office. Drip cups, reusable coffee bags, personalised cafetières, personalised installated coffee cups, or special blends of coffee. All these things again could become popular. And what to do with all that coffee waste? It's great for the garden, so how about some kind of gardening things to think of? Also, self-sufficiency is always popular in difficult times. Think of canning, preserving, cooking, and gardening for food. What items can you think of for there? Labels for the plants, labels for your jars, personalised jars with little recipes. In 2009, another big thing was energy drinks. Not sure if that's going to take off again, but what has been popular for the past few years is your specialist Starbucks fruity concoctions. So how about glasses for people to make them at home? And also little recipes for how to make that unicorn sparkle glitter galaxy fruit drink. Can you tell I never understood that trend? Presto cookers were also huge in 2009. So with people likely to be cutting back on eating out, gadgets for cooking. Simplified things like slow cookers, so recipes for slow cookers might be a great idea. You can make a recipe card, a little laminated card, along with a bag of the spices that they're to add to the recipe. And also fun gadgets for people who've never cooked before that are taking up cooking and enjoying it. They maybe want to jazz up their kitchen a bit. And think of luxury dresses and marinades in styles of cooking that perhaps people haven't thought of yet. Again, you could tie that into the staycation with a pretend holiday to a tropical land with recipes from that area. In 2009, Transformers were a big thing. Not entirely sure that'll be a hit this time, but have a look at what the trends are happening. What were the big movie releases going to be? What are they going to be once everyone can get out to the cinema again? And think about how that can be a thing, while at the same time being aware of trademark here. For instance, when Transformers were a thing, could you jump on a robot trend rather than getting yourself sued for copying Transformers? But if robots were popular. Tupperware again was a big thing. Now I'm hearing a lot of my friends talk about making things like waxed cotton covers to go over food and labels to go on jars, and perhaps even meal planners for your fridge. Universal remotes were a big thing. Sadly, there's going to be some people laid off work and at home for the first time. And there's also going to be people who are working from home a lot more and have a lot more free time on their hands watching TV or media. So think about things for that. Over-the-arm beer holders, snuggly blankets or fluffy slippers. And still home decor is going to be a thing. People might not have so much money to spend, but they want to make their place look better with a few accent pieces. So scented beautiful candles, shelving units that work for storage and look awesome, and elegant organizer solutions for all these reusable items that hopefully people are starting to pick up on. And also people are still home with their children. Many schools aren't going back yet. So activities that you can do with the children, again, still great. Any tutorials you can teach, PDFs you can sell, or inspiration you can give. And still with the tutorial theme, it is always the case at a recession or a downturn, when people are laid off work, they quite often think of going self-employed at this time. I know I kinda did. So what can you do to help them? People are always coming in and asking if there's people that can help with their shop. So are you at a stage that you could hire out your services to help people grow their shop? Can you offer tutorials and advice? Can you teach people a new skill that they'll be able to sell? Hopefully that helps inspire you, not necessarily to pivot your entire shop, but what extra things can you think of that might be just about to do well? Because the world's a changing. It's likely to be a little difficult for many, but if we stay calm and sensible, we'll be alright.